I wanted to make this video about how Christmas is pagan and how we should not celebrate as Christians. Now, first of all, everyone has people have their own opinions on this. To me personally, I don't feel like we should celebrate it because the Bible tells us not only should we make idols out of anything, like don't put things above God, but also not to like worship idols, like actual deities that are not of God, or like to celebrate in practices which are kind of um, centered around idol worship, as of like the idols like of these deities, like celebrating these deities. Um, we should not celebrate or like participate in these celebrations for these deities. So, first of all, the fact that we decorate trees, also, first of all, comes from pagan roots. Second, because the Christmas tree is not necessarily biblically symbolic in any way. Um, with the birth of Christ, and silver and gold was also a tradition where they would decorate the trees with silver and gold, which doesn't correlate with the birth of Christ. Um, you could say that that's what like they gave to Jesus, but doesn't fully correlate. How I don't think that fully correlates though. Well, like with when the Magi came and they gave presents, I don't think that fully correlates with that. Um, and another one is Christmas is based off of Christmas is based off of a person named Santa who actually is, first of all, he has been made up a lot over time. The Santa we know today is actually just a chimera of three different people: a saint, a robber, and I believe, another person. But ultimately, there is, and ultimately, there's a lot of different traditions with different like versions of this Santa character, but um, the Santa we know today, either way, it's sort of like a lie told to children to make them sort of believe in something which is not necessarily real and which can hurt their faith, in my opinion, if they when they come to realize that it's not true, and that would probably hurt their faith. And if they are not strong believers in Christ, I think that would even hurt their faith in Christ, even like to um, wonder if even the same about Christ. But um, that's my opinion on it. Either way, I do not believe that deception is correct and that it should be avoided. And another thing is that um, Christmas has a lot of, well, feasting and drinking, which was the same with the pagan holiday of Saturnalia. It's basically, if you look into what Saturnalia was, it is Christmas is a lot like it, and basically the same, except for um, a lot less of it, because Saturnalia eventually was apparently so bad, like because it caused a lot of I believe it was bad for the society at the time. It was like so bad that like they had to get rid of it. But later on it comes back as but later on like it sort of comes back as Christmas. And um well, ultimately I feel like this um I personally don't know what other people may believe. They could believe that it could be okay. They could believe, but ultimately, um, I wanted to make this video also tell you do not basically be deceived by people. Sometimes people, regardless of their sort of theology, people can easily use theology as well to sort of distort the truth. And sometimes this can be people can people can use their own theology to distort the truth of the gospel. The best thing we can do is not necessarily conform to the world, because we are not called ultimately in the gospel to live a life that is centered around ourselves, but centered around Christ. That means sometimes like the things that we do, because Bible tells us whatever we do, whether we eat or drink, whatever we do it all for the glory of God. Meaning, if whatever we do, it should always be done to God's glory. Ultimately, I want to make this message altogether to tell you the importance of or like essentially what I feel about Christmas, why I think it might be pagan, why it's best not to celebrate it, and to tell you not to conform to what the world calls good, what the world calls acceptable, but instead to conform to Christ and to the best you can, whatever you can, in whatever way you can, to glorify Him. And yeah, I wanted to tell you this and that message, and all. Yeah, God bless you.